Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show as usual. And on this Cricket Happening Show, well, it's going to be the preview of the final one day international that is coming up tomorrow at Bangalore. And as you know, Bangalore is the second home for the Indian captain Virat Kohli, as in the IPL he represents Royal Challengers Bangalore. So the crowds will be absolutely milling for Virat Kohli. And I can say that tomorrow's T20 should be a sort of real run making affair, as the boundaries are very short in Bangalore, as you would all know, Bengaluru. And tomorrow is going to be a sort of a fitting finale to the T20 series. Not only to T20 series, also we are coming to the end of the tomorrow would be the last day for England, in the sense England will be playing their last match of the Indian tour. They wouldn't like to really forget the test matches and one day internationals, but I can tell you that the T20 could be anyone's game, looking at the way how things have panned out, and one is really looking forward to this mouth-watering T20 which is going to happen between India and England at Bangalore, and that is going to decide as to who will take the T20 series. So the question is, can England salvage something before leaving for England by getting a win tomorrow? So that is as far as T20 series is concerned. And then we have Kingsmead in Durban having the second one-day international of the series between Sri Lanka and South Africa. So the onus will be on Sri Lanka to go and level the series as quickly as possible. So that should be another good game of cricket which would be coming up, and I'll be doing a previews of both these matches, and also we'll have a look at some team selections. Now, as far as India are concerned, India are going to take on Bangladesh in a one-off test on February the 9th, and the Indian team has been named, and there was a real surprise when the team was named as the test team. There was one would have known that Abhinav Mukund in the past has definitely played for India, probably one test if I'm not wrong, and he is the one who has scored prolifically this year in domestic cricket, and he has forced the selectors to actually have him into the team. So Abhinav Mukund is the face, but as he's very, I would say he's not anymore, but nevertheless he has scored a lot of runs in domestic tourneys here in India, and he has been given the nod. So that is one thing. And also, as far as Australia are concerned, Australia are going to play Sri Lanka in one-day internationals and T20s, and all the, as you know, because of all the main players who would be on duty against for Australia in India, they have actually picked up a team which has seen Michael Klinger, who has scored so prolifically in the domestic circuit, also was very successful in the BBL as well, and I'm very happy to see that Michael Klinger has won a spot in the team for the T20 matches against Sri Lanka, and I'm sure he's going to grab the opportunity with both hands. And also there are Tim Payne is making a comeback into the Australian team, and there's also joy for Jai Richardson, who in the final really bowled well, so he gets a nod too. And Aston Turner, who has been turning on some very impressive performances with both bat and ball in the Big Bash League as an all-rounder, also finds his place here in the team. So we have some real cricket coming up. So let's start off with the preview. The first thing between India and England. As I said, tomorrow is the final match of the England tour, and one is really looking forward to it, and I'm sure crowds are going to flock in Bangalore. As you know, Chinnaswamy Stadium is something, as I said, always, as you know, there's a lot of runs scored here, especially Virat Kohli, for Indian captain. It's his second hometown, and Chris Gayle, as you know, in the IPL has scorched boundaries and sixes on this ground. So England would be hoping, so definitely we are going to see a very high scoring contest. There is no doubt about it. Sparks are going to fly according to me. And as far as let's have a look, as I said, it could be anybody's game looking at how things are panned. But India would be buoyed up by the performances of Ashish Nehra and Jasprit Bumrah the other day, even on conditions which were really not suiting the Indians, because the pitch had dew, but it was some skillful bowling done by Jasprit Bumrah in particular. India, well, they are now again, the good thing for India is that KL Rahul has got back his form, and that was good to see. So Virat, Rishabh Pant has to definitely wait. It is going to be still time before one could see this young bloke who is a hard hitter of the ball into action, unfortunately. And here for India, they would be wanting to win this. So Virat Kohli and Rahul will open the innings. Suresh Raina, and well, it's all the same. Virat Singh. Now, I would have probably thought that India could have made, probably they don't want to disturb the winning combination, but one probably thought that if at all Rishabh Pant could probably come in place of Manish Pandey, just give him a game. But again, that is left to them. But I would have probably thought that Rishabh Pant could have been given an opportunity. But again, as I said, since it's a must-win game for India as well, and as for England as well, so they might probably not risk it. Manish Pandey might be retained. And Manish Pandey, not taking anything away from him, he's a very talented player. MS Dhoni and Hardik Pandya, it's the same team. There is nothing to really talk about. And Jasprit Bumrah and Ashish Nehra would be expected to deliver the goods. As you know, the bowlers, I can say one thing for sure at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru, that the bowlers are the ones who are going to be facing the challenge, because it is absolutely ordained that we are going to get some high scoring match tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. We have seen in the IPL in the past that tons of runs have been scored on this wicket, and even probably close to 400 runs. So I won't be surprised even if one team goes and hits 200 in this particular match. But nevertheless, that's the entertainment that one is waiting for, and I'm sure the Bengaluru crowd is going to get every taste of it. And as far as England are concerned, England, well, Jason Roy and Sam Billings, as I said, they form an awesome opening pair, and I think Jason Roy and Sam Billings would be hoping for an electric start here in Bengaluru. And then Joe Root for always the solidifying experience. Morgan, another good hitter of the ball. Ben Stokes, we all know about Ben Stokes, Butler. So England definitely pack a real punch in their batting ranks, and the bowling also has been very sharp with Chris Jordan, Tymal Mills. Whether Liam Dawson would play tomorrow, one would probably think that Liam Plunkett might take his place and Adil Rashid. So as I said, I would only say that I wish all the batting is definitely going to flower. There's no doubt about it. But as far as the bowling is concerned, therein lies the challenge for both the Indian and England bowlers as to how much they can restrict the other team. Because, as I said, this pitch is going to be full of runs. So let's get ready for some real action at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. And wish good luck to both the teams on the final T20. Now, the next match that I'm going to talk about is going to be the Sri Lanka versus South Africa. As I said, the onus will be on Sri Lanka to go and actually get a win under the belt, or probably level the one-day series. It's the second of the 5-match series coming up after South Africa won the first match comfortably. Now, Sri Lanka, well, Niroshan Dikwala failed the other day, but I think he's too good a player to fail. And it will be interesting to see how Sandhu Virakodi, who just landed from Sri Lanka, and the very next day he was told to go into the middle and bat. And it seems that Sandhu Virakodi could play, and probably Sri Lanka knows. Probably they feel that Sandhu Virakodi is a good ODI player. Probably has scored a lot of runs in the domestic matches back home, and that's a problem. So Sandhu Virakodi would be expected to score some runs tomorrow. Niroshan Dikwala also has to fire. It's very essential that Niroshan Dikwala gets going, because he could really, if Niroshan Dikwala could get going and Sandhu Virakodi could play according to its potential, what if Sri Lanka perceive it to be, then it should be an interesting opening start. Kushal Mendes, The other day played some attractive strokes to be the highest scorer, but definitely Kushal Mendis is a great talent. And then they have Dinesh Chandimal, who failed with the bat. Upal Taranga is the captain now. I would be prompted to say one thing here, that I would like to see Upal Taranga, the captain, who has opened the innings for Sri Lanka in the past, has lots of experience, and especially considering that he is playing in South Africa, I would be probably tempted to think that tomorrow we might see a batting reshuffle where the captain Upal Taranga might open with Niroshan Dickwala. Whether that happens, I think that has to happen. But this is my take on the whole thing, whether Sri Lanka can, because Upal Taranga has also scored centuries after starting in the opening slot in the past. So would love to have Upal Taranga probably open in Niroshan Dickwala and get the other player Virat Kohli probably down the order, or probably one drop, whatever the case may be. And Dhananjay De Silva is another very good talented player that Sri Lanka has, and probably it's a matter of time before Dhananjay De Silva really takes off. And then Asela Gunaratnam has shown that he can be a very useful all-rounder for Sri Lanka in the future, with his very type of bowling, and also he's a good batsman as well. And the bowling will be in the hands of Nuwan Kulashekara and Suranga Lakmal, and then they have the spinners Jeffrey Van der Sey and Lakshan Sandakan. Lakshan Sandakan has not been very easy for the South Africans to actually deal with Lakshan Sandakan. So, but Lakshan Sandakan definitely needs a lot of runs to defend, so that he can really start experimenting what he wants to. As far as South Africa are concerned, they are coming on some good form after winning the first ODI. Whether tomorrow Lahiru Kumara could probably get an ODI debut, whether he would be played in place of Jeffrey Van der Sey, the leg spinner, one does not know. One has to wait and watch. As far as South Africa are concerned, they are looking very good. Quinton de Kock, everybody. If you look at the team in the first one day international, everybody got good knocks. Quinton de Kock, Quinton de Kock probably failed, but other than that, Hashim Amla, Du Plessis, De Villiers, and Duminy probably didn't play, so but Duminy and David Miller, they are all looking in good nick as well. And the bowling is looking sharp as well. Wayne Parnell along with Kagishwar Rabado form a very strong opening pair, and then Chris Morris comes in to handle the middle, and then they have Andil Falcavayo, who also can be a good economical bowler, and Imran Tahir, as the other match showing, as A.B. de Villiers, the captain, referred that he hardly sees Imran Tahir actually bowling loose balls. He says, and that's the reason we have seen that Imran Tahir's style of bowling has really changed, because if you look at his records, even in the T20 matches and also in the ODI, the first ODI, we see his line is very tight. You very rarely see any loose balls coming up, and that's what probably A.B. de Villiers has referred to. And so far, Imran Tahir has been doing a great job for his country. And I think it could be an interesting game, but as I said, the owners will be on Sri Lanka to go over there and really exhibit their wares. And as you know, this is going to be played at the Kingsmead pitch in Durban, and it is going to be much faster, and also the ball would probably come nicely onto the bat when the batsman plays. So it should make for a very good contest between the bat and ball. As far as other cricket news is concerned, let me talk about Abhinav Mukund. Now, as I said, India is going to play a one-off test against Bangladesh on 9th of February, and the test squad was named. Barring the regular names, if you look at it, the test squad had Virat Kohli, Murli Vijay, KL Rahul, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, Karun Nair, Riddhiman Saha has been preferred to Parthiv Patel because of his good keeping skills. Ashwin, Jadeja, Jayant Yadav, Umesh Yadav, Ishan Sharma, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Amit Mishra, Hardik Pandya. The only new face is Abhinav Mukund. Now, Abhinav Mukund is making a comeback. As you know, Abhinav Mukund did play for India. That was way back, probably, I think. Just wanting to see, yes, Abhinav Mukund has been recalled. As you know, he has played just, one would remember that Abhinav Mukund definitely played before for India. So I'm just no, probably he has not played. Probably he was taken in the squad um, as a backup opener. He has been kept. And Abhinav Mukund, I can tell you the reason he's there is because he has scored in a very prolific fashion in the Indian domestic tourneys, that is in the Ranji Trophy, and that's the reason he finds himself into the team. And Abhinav Mukund is a very solid opening bat, so he has got the nod here, and it will be interesting to see how he goes. But it's, as I said, just a one-off test against Bangladesh. As far as, and also the India A squad was announced, which is going to the first match that Australians will be playing when the Australians arrive here will be against India A. And Hardik Pandya has been given the reins. So Hardik Pandya has been given an opportunity to be the captain of the team of India A, and which includes Akhil Herwadkar, Priyank Panchal, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant is there in the mix too, Ishan Kishan, and yes, Shahbaz Nadeem, Gautam, Kuldeep Yadav, Navdeep Saini, all talented players in the mix there. So that is as far as the team is concerned. Now let's have a look at the team that was selected. As you know, all the major Australian players will be doing duty in India with the test series and which is coming up. And so today, as you know, Sri Lanka are going to be facing Australia, and the T20 team was announced today. And looking at the T20 teams, as I said, first and foremost, I have to say that Michael Klinger, who has been really scoring in a great manner in the Australian domestic tourneys and also the BBL, has finally got an opportunity at the age of 36, one would say, but one can say that Michael Klinger, with the way he plays his strokes, one can only say that he truly deserved this place. I'm very happy for Michael Klinger, that Michael Klinger has got into the team. Yeah, definitely the big players are not there, that's the precise reason, but nevertheless, I think it's a good opportunity for Michael Klinger. And Aaron Finch is going to be the captain of the T20 team, which includes Michael Klinger, Travis Head, Chris Lynn is another very exciting player. He's probably going through a sort of a bout of injury right now. Moises Enriquez, who did very well in the Big Bash. Ashton Turner, who has already booked a ticket. As you know, he has already... Ashton Turner is the one who has been selected too, and Ashton Turner, to me, I mean, he has done very well as an all-rounder. He also definitely deserved the place. Tim Payne has made a comeback as the wicket-keeper. James Faulkner, Pat Cummins, Adam Zampa, Andrew Tye, and Jai Richardson, who did very well, and Billy Stanley, who played against in the ODIs against Pakistan, also gets his opportunity in the T20s. So that is going to be, as I said, they're going to be playing 3 T20 matches against Sri Lanka, Australia and Sri Lanka. And as I said, the main thing is that I'm very happy to see that Michael Klinger has made the cut finally, even though he's 36 years of age, because of the way he has actually played. I thought he definitely merited a place, and as I said, I'm really happy to see Michael Klinger make the cut. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that's about it. And also, just before I wind up on this cricket show, I have to say one news coming in from West Indies is not good news, unfortunately. The very bustling all-rounder Andre Russell has been banned for 1 year from playing any cricket due to probably some violations, and that's a sort of bad news, or that's a sort of a news on which unfortunately I'm ending this daily cricket show of mine by bidding you all good night.